I was actually shocked how much you smack when you eat. Culture. I even have a friend who was dating a girl, and she said she had like a smacking phobia. It's like
beyond
it actually
pet
like repulsive to her. Like it messes with her nervous system.
Oh.
It was serious.
Like
to her.
She get disgusted by it. Like physically.
Like physically.
She cannot be friends with me.
Oh man. I was like, man, she would kill Jayda. You know what was actually very interesting to me that I was not used to at first?
What?
Sharing food.
Because
my family and like everyone just orders their own individual thing. We don't eat as like a family style. So you got the steak, you got the chicken tenders, whatever.
But you can share like a bite or something, right? But you're not like sharing the whole
the
table.
food. So if you're like, I put my food out and you're like, and I'm like,
did
whoa.
I ask you? Or did I just reach out for that without asking you?
No, I think I got it pretty early on, but I just wasn't used to it. In our American culture, everything's so customized that we don't, like you ordered what you wanted to eat.
Yeah.
And sometimes like you might order something and I might not want that.
But most of the time.
Yeah, well I've learned to become way more open-minded to.
Well, thank you.
I honestly like that way better, family style. It's way better to have variety, but it just wasn't.
So I understand why some people wouldn't like that though.
Yeah.
So.
And people are weird about germs and stuff and eating after each other and stuff like that.
You know that we actually share the whole pot and dishes like in the same pot with your spoons and
wow.
A lot of soup.
Oh.
I mean, we share curry. That's
a microbiome.
Good for microbiomes though.
Yeah.
But okay, so I was shocked that you were also like that too. You were also not accustomed to sharing food. That was shocking, like in a different way for me. Wow, he's very protective of his food. Oh, he didn't even ask me to share. I was shocked because from my culture, it's like everything is sharing, you know?
What else? What about me?
I think it's a chivalry. Chivalrism?
Chivalry?
Chivalry, yeah.
Like me opening the door and stuff like that?
I think that in Korean culture, I feel like a lot of guy is accustomed to do that more. In general, I'm not talking about like everyone, but in general, we have that mindset. But that's also coming from, what do you call that? Like old school mindset?
I knew you were the one, and I knew we would make it this far, so I just cut that out at the beginning.
No way.
Yeah. Because in a relationship, in due time, you're gonna just want to get out the car. You're like, I want to go. Like,
honestly, yeah. It takes more time to wait.
I'm slow too. Like,
yeah.
Like,
you are. If I didn't take it personal, or if I really.
Yeah, because you would have made it known.
Exactly.
You're direct, and that brings me to the next thing. Yeah. I wasn't used to the directness.
When it comes to a restaurant, especially, right?
Yeah. Or if you're just asking me for something like, hey, you look sick. Are you okay? I'm like, damn, like, you know, like I feel like our culture is a little bit more sugar-coated. So it's like, hey, like, are you feeling okay?
Yeah.
Not like, hey, you look sick.
But not in a judgment. I wasn't trying to judge you.
No, I know.
I just said what I observed.
Speaking your mind.
Yeah, like let's cut to the point. Like, you look sick. Do you need my help? You know, I think my mindset was more like that.
Yeah. But
along the way of like living here, the whole period of time that I lived here, I think I was more. Now I'm more like in that way.
Yeah, your delivery can provoke certain emotions.
Yeah.
It's all in the delivery.
Exactly. And then our tone is very monotone too. You told me about this, like I was on my phone, me and my mom, and like you thought we were fighting to each other. But we were just having really fun conversation.
Yeah. What's a stereotype about American culture that you thought was exaggerated, but when you came here and like through our relationship, you realized like, oh, this is not an exaggeration. This is like actually what it looked like in the movie or something.
Sport culture.
Yeah, it's serious.
It's dead serious, man.
People get in fights. Relationships end over rivalry. Like you're a Raiders fan and I don't know anything about sports, but you're a Raiders fan and I'm a Steelers fan. Like, we can't be friends. We see the world in two different ways.
So you exclude those people in your life?
Yeah. I mean, I've never experienced that personally.
How sad.
Ego.
It's just big, exactly, ego. House party too.
Oh, house party.
Yeah, that was an exaggeration.
Yeah, you went to some ragers, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, whoa, this is a new world.
We went to a house party a long time ago.
Which one? We went to a lot of house parties.
But when we first started.
And then we went to a lot of weird ones too.
Yeah. Oh.
In Hollywood, man.
We went to a Hollywood party and some interesting ladies started coming.
There was a sports athlete too.
It was an NFL player. I'm not gonna say his name, but we went to his house because the chef hired us to film. The chef wanted to promote himself being with this NFL player. There started some interesting looking women and with some interesting outfits came.
Because we thought when they say it was party, we thought it was like a group of people.
Yeah.
But it was a very exclusive party. It was only like 4 people at the most, right?
And at some point, some guy came up to us and was like, hey, camera guy, y'all gotta go. Y'all gotta leave right now.
And then we weren't even like doing anything like crazy camera. We were just like shooting.
But it seemed like everyone knew each other there besides us.
Exactly.
It was weird.
Exactly. It was
interesting time.
It was like in a mansion too, like huge mansion.
Yeah.
And also drugs. Like how serious it was here. Like I thought like
you're talking about recreational drugs or pharmaceutical?
Both.
Yeah.
Both. Yeah. So I've seen like movies and like TV shows, okay, like drugs, but it was that accessible here.
Yeah.
I didn't like see it.
In Korea, you go to jail for weed.
Yeah.
In here, it's like
serious, dead serious drug.
Walk down the street and smoke it.
I know. And also how strong the drugs are, drugstore drugs.
Over the counter?
Yeah, over the counter drug. Okay, so like in Korea, when you go to a pharmacist and if you're just having cold, like they will give you pills, but it's very mild, you know? It's very just do the minimum work that it should. But here, I didn't know that and I took Delsim, the syrup. And I just, I didn't know that. So I just like drank the half of the bottle.
You were faded.
I was faded the whole day. I had a gig.
Oh.
And then like,
you're like Amy Winehouse.
Yeah, I felt like floating. Yeah. I sang that song. I sang Valerie. I remember that.
Really?
Yeah, I was like floating, like, what is this? Why I feel like this? And then like I told one of the bandmates, I was like, did you take like the syrup? And like, yeah. How much did you drink? I'm like, I don't know, like half of it. And I was like, wow.
Yeah, you're supposed to take like 2 tablespoons.
And then there was like nighttime syrup too, which was good.
Making you drowsy?
Yeah. Everything kind of seemed like it was very extreme. It was go beyond how I used to know in my culture. Why is it extreme here?
Why is it extreme?
Even the food industry. Why is it so extreme? Like, what's so much sugar in there?
I have a very straightforward answer for that. Capitalism. Everything is...
I mean, capitalism and like most of modern countries now, but...
America is built off capitalism. Like this country is incorporated to another entity. This country is a business. Everything that's mass scale is like profit first. Pharmaceuticals, like why is there so many additives in the food? Like why are there so many things to maximize
it doesn't need
supply, demand, price, scalability? Why are there all these different metrics in place? Because if you look at the same foods in other countries, they're way different. So those extra ingredients just tell me that, hey, this is here to make people like it more or get them hooked on it more. And then the pharmaceutical.
Addictive. Yeah.
But with that, there's a lot of opportunity here to...
There's always good and bad in anything. This is the reason why I can live here, like capitalism, because they took my visa.
I do want to go and experience your culture because I know the world is a lot bigger than just America.
Yeah.
I can only take what you tell me, but you're just one person. When I live there, it's going to be way different. In a relationship, do you think love is enough?
No.
No?
100% no.
What do you mean?
Love is not enough.
What else is needed?
Work, hard work. I think the love sometimes make us blind, literally physically blind, and we don't really see what's in front of us in reality.
Yeah.
And I think that love is the foundation of everything, but we have to do other things to make this whole thing work.
I think there's 2 parts of a relationship, love and then logistics, right? It's like love is... Things should be, as far as when it comes to the emotional aspect and the connection of the relationship, it should come out of love. But there's also things that need to get done.
Yeah.
And that's more of like the logical part of our
Like
brain.
making money is not out of love.
Yeah, true.
Building our financial goal is not out of love. It's completely, actually the opposite. It's very logical.
Yeah, but as we realize we love each other, and it would logically make sense if we could combine our
Building
skills together
Yeah.
to serve other people.
Yeah. I'm one kind.
Yeah.